Alex Brott is a member of Raise the Bar Collective, a group of white men who challenge toxic masculinity and white supremacy in themselves and others, mentored by women of color speak out. He is also a member of European Dissent Seattle and a social emotional educator in Renton schools. Please welcome Alex.
Thanks so much, Patty. Thanks so much, everyone, for being here. Thank you, Zarna, for the opportunity to share this stage with so many incredible speakers, and really to everybody here who is already showing up and doing so much to support Zarna, and has already. I know there's a lot of familiar faces from other events, and it's a community that has kept showing up, so thank you all for that. I'm here to ask folks to financially contribute to Zarna and to Zarna's projects. So yeah, like Patty said, I know Zarna through Raise the Bar Collective. She has been there just wildly patient as a mentor, as a guide, as a partner in our work together, and has offered us so much in the messy and at times much too slow work of trying to undo masculinity in ourselves, right? Yeah, she's taught us how to be more caring and tender with ourselves, with each other, heal ourselves so we can bring more healing to the world. She's demanded of us to call out patriarchy and call out racism more frequently, really by telling us we're doing it and we have to fix it. She's taught us how to enter conflict, taught us tools to deal with that, also that we can lessen that burden on women of color to do that work because we know that they are. Overall, I've been so struck, and I know that's been a theme tonight, by Zarna's just deep, deep commitment to everybody's healing. The fact that Zarna will show up again and again for us is such a testament to that commitment. And she's getting people ready to fight. I know for me personally, just a small but big moment I keep returning to was a Raise the Bar meeting. I had been really struggling with just feeling blocked, was stuck in process, was very, in that time, overthinking everything. And Zarna was talking about divine masculinity and just described it as holding a baby in one hand and a sword in the other. And I was so struck by that and continue to be struck by that and hold that almost daily as giving me that kind of spiritual, mental frame to show up with courage and integrity in a really different way and to actually challenge patriarchy head on. And when I'm feeling stuck, I return to that and to all kinds of Zarna's teachings to just find that commitment and find that space to really show up. And I know that others do as well, and other folks really have as well. And so I guess I want to invite folks to really think about what are the ways that Zarna has ignited in you that passion to act, that passion to move, and really brought out that fire and that fierceness, that aggressive nurturing that is so true. So I want to invite folks just to take a quick moment to really reflect on that. What is a moment you've shared with Zarna that keeps you moving when the fight seems hard or when you need to show up in a big way? So Zarna has freely offered all of this healing mentorship to so many of us here and outside of the space as well. And so that's why I am asking you tonight to contribute what you can to make sure that Zarna can maintain this powerful organizing in these necessary projects. I'm asking you to contribute not just what feels comfortable, but to really dig deep and think about what Zarna has offered you and the world, and to make sure she's getting paid what she's worth. Myself and Raise the Bar Collective, tonight we put our stuff together and we're committed to giving $1,300 monthly. And so we want to offer that as the start for our goal tonight. We'd like between the room here and the live stream to get to $5,000 to support Zarna's work. And if $5,000 seems daunting for the room we have tonight, think about people in your life. Think about the ways you've been inspired by Zarna and by Women of Color Speak Out, and how you might share that with them and share some of that inspiration with them and invite their support as well. We know that society really under-recognizes, undervalues, just straight up doesn't pay women of color for all the dope stuff they're doing and bringing us. And on top of that, right, Yin spoke to the just the physical violence and threats to safety and security that somebody like Zarna is really dealing with, being so vocal against patriarchy. So I want to challenge folks with class privilege, and especially my people, my white men, where we are not dealing with that violence. We just do not have to deal with that violence in the ways we show up in these spaces, when we're even showing up in these spaces. So really think about the ways that you can start to remedy that and dig a little deeper and leverage the access to resources that you have to show up for this warrior. Also, just want to note, right, your contributions tonight and forever, make sure that Zarna can steer clear of capitalism. Just leave it behind, we're good, and can do these projects and build movement and really dedicate all of her energy and heart to this movement building work, right? The contributions you share, make sure that she can be flexible as needed and really like show up in a radical way with radical words, radical actions that she could not do from a nonprofit space. If you're able, a monthly contribution is also a really important way to make sure she can sustain this work. Again, that flexibility, but also enough predictability to like pay rent, have food, maybe healthcare, if she's lucky. Like these things that people need to survive and that grassroots organizers also deserve to have, and especially our beloved Zarna deserves to have. And your contribution obviously is not the end of a relationship. You know Zarna will communicate back. She will talk about what you are doing. Just like she sure as heck will call you out, she is willing to be called out and receive that feedback and hear about the work she's doing. This is a two-way street, and she will be accountable for what you are able to contribute tonight. So we all need Zarna so much. We all need Zarna to be able to show up with her full heart and her full energy all the time. So our job tonight is to make sure she can do that. Let's get to that $5,000 goal. And again, let's reach out to our friends, to our people, bring some of this wisdom and inspiration into your communities as well. And let's lift up this warrior who has done so, so much to lift up all of us. Thank you, Zarna. So folks, if you didn't receive an envelope coming in, Susanna is coming around as well. You can, she's got it. If you're more comfortable, you can also input donations directly on the website, and for folks on the live stream as well. That website is forthepeople.earth/Zarna. And yeah, thank you all so much.